So now that the cast is dried and of course your patient's gonna follow up and you wanna remove the cast, you need to know how to remove it, right? So a good rule of thumb is to know that there's fiberglass underneath the stockinette, right? Here proximally and here distally. So make sure when you go with the cast cutter that you go proximal and distal. Now, this cast will not cut you. It will not cut skin, okay? So don't be afraid. And what you need to do when you go through the cast, you put some pressure and it'll give. And so once it does that, you can move distal and distal and distal, okay? So you can go lateral first. You can have the patient kind of internally rotate their leg, right? And then again, like I said, you go proximal, go back, down, 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 make a 90-degree turn and go distal, okay? So it's just vibrating. It's not really gonna cut the skin. So don't be too afraid here, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so then we go to the other side, externally rotate, and do the same thing. So remember, the stockinette is going to hold you up, right? So it's not just going to fall off. The stockinette is still in place. So what you can do is, before taking it off, this is what would bivalving a cast would look like. So you're increasing the distance, right, over here, medially and laterally, a couple centimeters, and it's releasing some pressure. So if the patient feels that it's the cast is too tight and there's a sterile dressing underneath, and maybe you don't want to take it off just yet, you can try bivalving the cast first, and then to make it a little bit more stable, wrap it with either ACE bandages or Coban. This is just to keep it in place. So you can use 4-inch ACE or 6-inch ACE or Coban, like this. So that's one option. Again, we're just showing you a couple different options. Attendings may have different preferences. Again, like instead of the ACE, you can use the Coban. Okay, so now you need your bandage scissors because you need to remove the stockinette. So you should all have your bandage scissors and a cast splitter, right? So here's a cast splitter, and you put it in the cut that you made to make sure that there's no remaining areas that you need to cut through with a saw. Just kind of widening that laterally and medially. Okay, good, good. Okay, so and then you get your bandage scissors. And you cut. And then you pull off the cast. can use your scissors to cut through, or just rip it with your hands. Again, this is very padded to offload any bony prominences, etc. Comes off as a slipper, so to speak. And sometimes they may have a sterile dressing underneath here, or a semi-sterile dressing to cover an incision. And then that is your short leg cast removal.